I speak my mind with clarity and compassion, and do so in ways that are harmonious with all and in alignment with my vision of earning financial freedom through my companies that align me with my passions. I'm here today to speak on what matters most, and that is the love that we hold in the deepest sections of our hearts that we must bring to the surface for ourselves and for others, especially in times of doubt. We are perfectly imperfect, and dwelling in this imperfection is not the move. We must recognize and reflect often. However, we must not dwell in our deficiencies, or at least our perceived deficiencies. And I mean this in the fact that there is a fine balance to bringing certain aspects of life to the surface, but not dwelling in them to the point where we are becoming subdued by them and overwhelmed by what is versus what we wish to be. And to be more specific, let's give an example. This example is stating that I am deficient in my patience. And with this, I can recognize that I am deficient. I can recognize why. I can understand more fully how I've come to this part of my life where patience is lacking. And then I can accept it for what it is and work to resolve these problems in one way or another. And then on the other side of the coin, I can recognize that I am impatient and I can dwell in this problem. I can complain all I want. I can propose certain solutions but never act upon them. And overall, I can make zero progress towards resolution and yet find my mind wandering towards the same collective conclusion time and time again. And overall, this is where I believe many of us are, whether we recognize it or not. And at the end of the day, the action is what matters. We can recognize as many profound conclusions as possible, and yet if we're not actually acting upon them, then what conclusions are actually coming into this world for others to observe and to resonate with? It is our actions that define us for who we are and what we leave in terms of marks on this world when our time comes. So the take-home conclusion today is to continue on with your routine of reflection, of meditation, of whatever it may be, that brings up both your positive parts of yourself as well as the negative. And with this, we're not doing it to feel bad for ourselves or victimize ourselves or others. However, on the contrary, we are doing this because we wish to outline actionable steps that can bring us from where we are to where we wish to be. And the only way to do this is to recognize and respect the importance of action. We are in a society that favors conformity, and in line with that, comfort. With comfort comes conformity, and the challenge is breaking free of that and doing what you know must be done. And with that, how do we even know what must be done? Well, going back to it is the reflection. It's recognizing where our perceived faults are, where our strengths lie, where our weaknesses may be hidden from our conscious awareness, from our line of sight. Because if we have goals in mind, then we have characteristics and qualities within us that are hindering our ability to achieve said goals. And so the action that must be taken to break free of conformity and comfort is to recognize, understand, and accept all parts of ourselves, and to take action that brings our bodies, our minds, and our spirits in harmony with the goals that we set forth to achieve. You got this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm blessed, I'm thankful, I'm honored, and I'm grateful. I'm kind and I'm cared for, I'm loved and I'm respected. I speak my mind with clarity and compassion and do so in ways that are harmonious with all and in alignment with my vision of earning financial freedom through my projects, through my companies that align me with my passions. So with this is this is a statement that I can say in my sleep. I can say it with my eyes closed. I can say it in the most distracting of environments because it is so ingrained into my subconscious, because it feels right. These are words, these are meanings, these are overall a collection of statements that have been spoken over time and strung together in ways that empower me, in ways that are uplifting me from my current state into my ideal. And these are statements that I encourage each and every one of you to have at some point come to understand and to mold with over time. So at first you may think that I am blessed, I'm healthy, and I'm wealthy. And then over time you can recognize that, what else do I want? That this life is truly whatever we make of it. We can seek to learn any experience, or we can seek to have any experience to learn. And overall, we must recognize that we can make the most of this time, or we can ponder and let life float by, passive. So what are you going to do? Are you going to have fun with this life in whatever way feels right? Stay creative and nonconformist to how society may usher you to be, to live, and to seek. And how do we come to these statements? Well, first we recognize our mental chatter. We have words that we say about ourselves that we suggest to be true. And these words are subject to our own control. Now, oftentimes they may come passively to us as we are reactive, perhaps emotionally, to the external environment. And so by stating that I am this, I am that, we are reclaiming that active power that we all hold, each and every one of us. And from there, we can sit back and enjoy the beauty that is life. And we can do it from a place of internal harmony, where there's no disbelief in what we're saying. As we attain our goals, we can further solidify the faith and the belief in these statements. The belief in what we are saying to be true, and the faith in that no matter how big and ambitious these statements may appear to be, we have the capability of embodying them and living them into our reality. And the only way to come to this increasingly powerful level of faith is to take action. To take action, and consistent action at that. Because consistent action will turn these beliefs into real world evidence. My hand's getting cold. I'll see you all. Peace. Alright, I'm back with my other hand. And concluding with that last statement made me realize that sometimes it is alright to be reactive to the environment, because that is how we flow in life. We are at a balance of active and passive. I'm actively stating these words and filming this video, but I'm passively remaining tapped in to how my body is feeling in the environment, in the circumstance, with the people, and with the information that is surrounding me and us at all times. And it is through this fine balance that we live a life that is exposed to the maximal amount of objective stimuli. And as an example of this, we can recognize any synchronicities that appear in our daily life. For one, I can see a blue jay flying around, hanging out around my presence, and then I can extrapolate data from that. I can say, oh, it's just a bird hanging out in the same time and place as me. What a coincidence, or not even a coincidence. However, I can go a step further and surround myself with information that attributes this objective data to meanings that are empowering, such as blue jays represent the throat chakra with the color blue. The throat chakra represents speech, communication, and with that, I am sharing my thoughts through speech and communication, and I'm surrounded by blue jays, therefore reinforcing that the words and the speech patterns that I'm sharing are true, or are at least in line with the natural harmony of life itself. Now we can choose to ascribe meanings to our external worldly life, or we can simply ignore them. And at the end of the day, life is a game. You can choose to play it however you like, but don't go overboard in any which direction. We can have fun with the synchronicities that appear in all parts of our life, and we can use them to refine the actions and the decisions that we make in the path that we are on. Or we can remain oblivious to it all and simply take it in as what it is, as objective external stimuli that is filling our senses for our interpretation to take hold. Regardless of what we choose, let's have respect for each other. Let's recognize that we can all come to our own unique conclusions because we are all living a very unique life. But this is a life that we are living nonetheless. We are aware, we have the power to choose how we dictate it all. My other hand's getting cold now. I'll see you all. I hope you enjoy this vertical filming because it is certainly easier to film, and if you're watching on mobile, it may be more effective. Peace. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.